A $250 million fraud scheme.
That's right, you know it. We're back to prove that this was not just a localized within a few years. And even though they've caught some of it, they've just allowed it to continue on. Check this out.
Already 77 people, many of them Somali immigrants, have been charged in one of the largest taxpayer-funded scams in U.S. history. Minnesota, home to the largest Somali community in America, has become the center of this massive investigation. This is the Feeding Our Future scandal, a pandemic-era scheme in which defendants allegedly stole over $250 million meant to provide meals for low-income children. Instead of feeding kids, prosecutors say the money went toward luxury homes, high-end cars, jewelry, overseas transfers, and an entire network of shell companies. According to the DOJ, the conspirators submitted fake invoices, fabricated meal counts, and even staged photos to make it look like they were serving millions of meals that never existed. In some cases, they claimed to feed more children than lived in entire neighborhoods. A federal jury found Amy Bach, the founder of Feeding Our Future, and Salim Ahmed Saeed guilty of conspiracy, bribery, wire fraud, money laundering. Federal officials say more arrests may still be coming.
So yes, these people are directly stealing food and money from your children, from our schools, from other programs that deserve it, helping actual U.S. citizens. No, this is proof right here of the fraud. And moreover, it gets worse. Did you see those 5 people? Let's check them out some more. They did something mind-blowing.
That unknown woman, U.S. Attorney Andy Luger says, is 31-year-old Ladin Ali. Ali and 4 men are now charged with a rare crime, corruptly influencing a juror.
Corruptly influencing of a juror. That sure sounds like a payoff, a bribe, or a giant threat.
Corruption of a jury through intimidation or bribery is a serious federal crime that carries a significant prison sentence.
In Luger's press conference Wednesday, he highlighted how Ali flew to Minnesota from Seattle, where she also has ties.
Juror 52 leaving a parking ramp.
Luger says Ali surveilled the youngest and only juror of color, following her home from the courthouse. Over 3 days, Ali allegedly drove by Juror 52's Spring Lake Park home 19 times. This heat map, created by the FBI, shows the amount of time Ali spent near the juror's home, according to her rental car's GPS data.
So you're telling me this woman stalked, harassed, and investigated a U.S. citizen with the intents to make her change her mind in a court of law.
Directed by 4 men, including 3 standing trial for stealing more than $40 million from the federal child nutrition program during the pandemic.
So 4 men that were on trial, plus 3 others. Wow. Got to give it to them. They really stick together, huh? They call us racists. We're not the ones bringing up race, and we're not the ones abusing the system.
Defendants are accused of a sophisticated plot to get to Juror 52 with money, then detailed instructions on how to convince the rest of the jury to vote not guilty, primarily by accusing the government of being racist against the Somali immigrants.
There it is. Woohoo! Nail on the head. Did you see that? Oh, just pull it out. We can always win as long as we say that race card. But not this time. We caught you. And we gonna get you. Think you're gonna escape? No.
After being driven back to juror number 52's house by this man, Abdul Karim Farah, Ali is accused of bringing $120,000 cash to the door and promising juror 52's family member that more money would come after the not guilty verdict. A scene right out of a mob movie.
This is more than just a mob movie. This is a chilling attack on our system of justice.
You're absolutely right about that. We need to take this absolutely serious, because otherwise we're just going to be taken advantage of. You don't allow somebody to take advantage of you. They're just going to continue taking advantage of you. And then they're going to be entitled to think that that's their job, is to take advantage of you. No. We're Americans, and we do not stand for this. Up next, check this out. You're going to see that this fraud has been going on for over 20 years. If this doesn't infuriate you as an American citizen, I don't know what will.
They made their move before the crack of dawn, targeting child care centers in Minneapolis, St. Paul, and Apple Valley, seizing computers and boxloads of documents as part of a massive fraud investigation.
Massive fraud investigation, same place, same state, 2013. So they knew. Check this out. It gets worse.
The raid included agents from the FBI, State Bureau of Criminal Apprehension, and the Ramsey County Attorney's Fraud Unit. It went down, coincidentally, as the Fox 9 investigators were in the middle of our own probe of the same business.
It's not difficult to see a pattern of what's going on.
What is going on?
It's terrible how it's misused.
We spent 3 months digging through records, doing surveillance, talking with insiders.
It's big. It's bigger than I think the state realizes.
To expose a scheme that's costing tens of thousands of taxpayer dollars a week.
It's a lot of work, and you have to make sure that, everything's following the rules.
Yasmin Ali is the owner of Deco Family Centers. This is her giving a tour to an undercover Fox 9 producer.
A lot of people that we work with that are low-income families.
Ali tells our producer that many of her customers are on assistance. They qualify to have the government pay for their kids' child care. They can get that help if they're working, training for a job, or hunting for one.
I think it's doing a disservice to the people that truly do need child care assistance.
We interviewed 4 Deco employees who have intimate knowledge of the operation. They've also shared information with government fraud investigators. 2 agreed to talk on camera as long as we disguised them.
Well, they were misrepresenting a lot of what was going on there.
Exactly.
According to our sources, Deco was actively recruiting women who qualify for child care assistance and offering them jobs at the centers, some to watch their own kids. A fact these moms confirmed to us.
Hello. Do you work here? You do? How many children do you have? 2? And the children come here as well?
Yeah.
Who pays for their child care?
For the child care money?
Yes.
The county.
The county.
Deco then bills the county for child care while the moms are supposedly working.
Were these legitimate jobs or not?
No, there were too many that were being hired. We didn't even need that many.
Our informants tell us that only a small percentage of the moms did anything.
2%. 2%.
Did some kind of work.
Did some kind of work. Sometimes they would come in, sign their children in, sign themselves in, and go grocery shopping.
Hit them brakes hard. Did you hear that? Because I think I heard that. I think I heard them say that not only were these women looking for childcare services, so they were trying to use the programs that are here for these exact reasons, but the child care would hire the women to watch their own children, or even sometimes disappear with their children, sign them in, sign themselves in, get paid for being there, and then disappear or not do anything whatsoever. So you're hiring these people so you get the kickback. But if they're watching their own children, it doesn't seem like they need childcare. It all seems like fraud. And in my opinion, every single person on the books needs to be arrested and charged. Like, that's the only way. And then Right now, we've closed off funding for one certain program, and I say close it all. I use a lot of the services around here from my family. We're poor, so we use these things. I say shut it all down. I'll reapply because I am not doing any fraud. I have no reason to hide or lie or mislead in any way. And if you're not lying, then you shouldn't have a problem doing these things either.
Our sources say the more children a woman had to enroll in childcare, the more she'd make per hour, even though she had the same job title as all the other moms.
The reason for that is because then they had more assistance for each of the families.
That's called a kickback. That's illegal. You're not allowed to have people come in for something they do not require, so you can then charge and get federal aid for it. That's fraud.
On numerous occasions, we saw lots of women coming to the centers, each with 4, 5, or more kids in tow.
Her value was in how many children she had.
According to government records, DECO's Minneapolis and St. Paul centers were each eligible to receive nearly $50,000 in child care assistance funds every 2 weeks. Do the math. That's over $2 million a year.
They're making a ton of money.
According to our insiders, timesheets were submitted to the county, which inflated the hours the moms actually spent in the centers, allowing DECO to bill the government for maximum child care time.
So they'd fix the time schedule.
Correct.
A lot of women they did this for?
Yes.
State inspection reports obtained by the Fox 9 investigators show DECO has previously been cited for a number of logistical problems, including a lack of keeping accurate records of when staff worked. They were also fined for failing to do background checks on employees in order to provide documented proof that staff members received mandated safety training.
While employed there, I saw falsifying documentation.
So the record showed they'd received this training, but in fact they had not.
Correct.
I stopped by DECO's Apple Valley office to speak with owner Yasmin Ali. She wouldn't go on camera, but I did record our conversation.
We're told that you were falsifying records to get child care money.
That's not true, but as I say, I'm not going to have any comments right now.
In addition to all the funds for child care, DECO was also getting public money for kids' meals. The Minneapolis Center got nearly $90,000 for food in its first year of operation. This place did the catering. It's owned by Yasmin Ali's brothers.
So here it is. Remember, I told you that they were using several different programs. So it's not just getting paid for watching the children that they're not doing, but they're getting paid for feeding these children, which they're not doing. So who's providing the food? That's right. Their siblings, their family, other Somalians.
We obtained a copy of the catering contract signed by Adarus Ali. We've seen his signature before on federal court documents. In 2009, Ali pled guilty to perjury. The Justice Department says he lied to a federal grand jury, testified he knew nothing about Somali men from Minnesota being recruited by a terrorist group to fight in their homeland, when in fact, he sat in on a discussion and even drove some of the men to Twin Cities International for their flight to Somalia.
And right here, again, he's proven wrong. You want to lie to state officials and to courts, and yet we have proof right here that you're communicating with terrorists and that you're sending this money that you're stealing from the U.S. people over to terrorist organizations that openly hate and mock the United States of America. So, proof is in the pudding.
Ali did not respond to numerous requests by the Fox 9 investigators for an interview. Recently, the state rejected a plan by DECO to use even more public funds to have Ali's restaurant do catering for additional child care centers. Regulators said the proposal was double the normal cost and full of inaccuracies and incomplete documents.
Wow, does that surprise anybody that they're forging documents and making things up as they go? I mean, not me. I've been saying this.
Item 29 is that one.
This one here?
Yep. Okay.
Fraud investigators are now sorting through thousands of records and computer files taken during the raid of DECO's offices. So far, no charges have been filed.
Here she is.
We tried again to ask owner Yasmin Ali about the criminal investigation and what we were told by some of her own employees.
Could I ask you a few questions, please?
I'm not talking to anybody. If I was you, I would get out of here. You're not allowed to be here.
I'm Fox 9 investigator Jeff Bellion.
The criminal investigation of DECO child care centers is being spearheaded by the Ramsey County Attorney's Office. Because it is an ongoing investigation, they would not discuss the case or comment on the findings.
And again, that was in 2013. Some of those documents there, you could pause it and see the date says 2012. So this has been a long-standing fraud. So who knows how much they've actually stolen. And again, this is not just Minnesota. How much of these programs are full of waste, scams, fraud? Well, that's why I say tear it all down and rebuild, because that's the only way we're going to get it right. The system is not able to keep up with duplicate kids in different child care agencies or autism centers or elderly, or what type of medical procedures or the type of things that they require to survive, or what have you. So it's so mass, and the US government needs to do something about it. And I think the first bit is shut it all down and have everybody reapply. I appreciate y'all for making it to the end of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It definitely helps the growth of the channel. All right, stay awesome.